It was supposed to be me and you, but you wouldn't hear me out and see it.
Oh, what's good, y'all? This is Dream, host of Dreamhouse TV. It's a new hot show. Oh, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to Dreamhouse TV. I'm your host, Dream, and y'all already know how we coming. I have an awesome music artist, you guys. I don't even think you guys are really ready for it, but trust me, y'all gonna be prepared and watch the rest of the video because we got a treat for you, okay? We got a treat, but y'all already know how I do it. I'm gonna go ahead and allow her to introduce herself and go ahead and let the people know who you are.
What's going on, y'all? My name is Shavon, Brodie. I'm kind of new on the scene or whatever, but I'm here. I'm here now, and I'm ready to give y'all some good stuff. So that's me.
Oh, right. So I mean, shit. Let's go ahead and put it out there. Where you originally from?
Say one more time. I'm sorry.
Where you originally from?
I'm originally from North Carolina, Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina is where I'm from. So yeah, that's the town.
Right. I mean, you still out there, or you moved around a little bit?
So I move around. I'm currently in New York right now, but repping North Carolina for always. That's home. That's home.
Right. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Always got to think about, back home. So I mean, shit. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. Like I done did some research on your music, and man, it look like you got some, some. It's all about healing. It's all about, what I'm saying, like collecting yourself, your energy, your power, taking all of that back. So I mean, what was your first experience with music, period?
So, I would say regular stuff is probably not regular for everybody, but, my grandmother and mother went to church. So I started off in the church, they have those soulful sounds and those just eerie sounds and stuff. So I adopted that from my mother and my grandmother first, from church. And then my stepfather, he's into music, and my biological father, that's what they did on the weekends, turn the music up loud, have Donny Hathaway playing, have SWV, all the good stuff playing in the background. And so I just adopted those sounds and tried to come up with my own thing. So yeah, that's starting.
Right. So I mean, what age did you start singing? Because back in church, man, you could start like 3-4 years old. It was just there. So like, at what age?
If I had to guess, because I really don't know. If I had to guess, I'd say about maybe 6 or so. It's when I really started playing around with my vocals and trying to emulate what my mother and my grandmother were doing. So I'd say around 6 or something.
Right. So I mean, growing up, who was some of your your musical influences?
Definitely people like I mentioned Donny Hathaway. I think his voice is, I don't think anybody sounds like him. I think his voice is real, again, soulful. He has that gospel feel, and it comes from his soul. You know what I mean? So I really like his voice. Brandy is definitely another person that I grew up listening to. I just love her. Groups like SWV, TLC, a lot of the female R&B groups from back then is who I really attached myself to. I'm trying to think of some more. It's like my music, who I listen to, is all over the place. So I don't really, there's no certain genre that I listen to. I kind of listen to everybody, to be honest with you.
Look, right, all kinds, all kinds. I'm somewhere with that too. It just, I can't really get with the metal rock, like I tried to tap into it, but it's just, that's not what it is for me. But I mean, all genres of music is the same thing. I'm a PK, so I mean, growing up in church, and my mama started training our voice like at 3 years old, and then it just went on from there. So I mean, yeah, so I get it when it says, like when it comes from mama to grandmama, like all of that, it's generations. Right.
Sure.
So I mean, who and what inspires you every day to keep, pushing your music?
You know what? It's sometimes I like to put myself in that position sometimes because, I'm a little older than what I may look, or people may think, or older than the regular age to maybe start music or whatever. And I'm not starting. I've been doing this for years, but I'm for the last, I say 2 or 3 years, I've been taking it very seriously. And so I got to give myself some props there, and it's just a reminder to myself that I can do certain things, and that age shouldn't hinder me from doing, following my dreams. So I definitely want to put myself out there. And then I have nieces and nephews, and I'm always trying to teach them and tell them that, you can do whatever you want to do. And so I have to sort of kind of practice what I preach. You know what I mean? So it's like, if I'm constantly instilling in other people that, you got it, you can do it, don't stop, keep going at it, then I have to try to do that for myself too. So.
Right. I mean, hey, self-motivation, it has to start within. Like, you have to be willing to be like, okay, I'm about to get up and this is what I'm about to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes no matter how you feel or what you're going through, like 5 Heartbeats, that's one of my favorite movies. And one of the favorite lines that he said was, you don't become a great writer until you've been through some things. So, like when he said that, I was like, yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense, So, I mean, let's go through some of your songs. You have, I Didn't Mean to Lie.
I'm on one now, and I like it. This I already told you I didn't do it, and I don't know nobody named Kim, and I don't know nobody named Lisa, matter of fact, I still be when I want something that's just it, and I ain't got to lie about shit, and I done talked about the accusing.
You also have Moving On, What Kind of Love? Wrong Kind of Love, I'm sorry.
I thought it was impossible to find true love to call my own, but darling, that's when I ran into you. You said hello and then you smiled. We started talking for a while. I realized that I don't belong to you. What if I'm in the wrong kind of love? I want the wrong kind of girl. I need someone to cherish this world with me. How come?
You have Detaching Hills. So, I mean, like, you have different ones that you're going with. Also, you have Love on the Rock. So, I mean, out of all of those, which one was most difficult to write?
I think all of them are difficult to write, man. I have sometimes I have writer's block a lot. I'm working on a song now, and it's taken me 19 hours to write so far, and I'm not even halfway through. So my writing process is I don't even think I have a process. I just sometimes get the feel of the song, and a lot of times I don't even know what I want the song to be about, how I want to go. It's just I'll say a word or I'll say a line, and then I'll go from there, and I'll keep adding lines, and I'll keep adding lines, and I'm like, oh, well, this will sound good with this, and this will make sense with this. And sometimes this doesn't make sense with this, but this sounds good here, you know. And I'm just exploring my art too. I ask sometimes the people who listen to my music to allow me to be an artist and to create, you know what I mean? And so just, you know, allow me to tap into my artistic ability, and then I'll give y'all some good stuff, you know what I'm saying? I'll be able to. Or, you know, it's cool to be like, nah, Shavon, that's, I don't know about that one. I'm open to suggestions like that too. But to answer your question, out of all of those, I don't know if it was the most difficult, but Love on the Rocks has a sort of rocky rock and roll type feel to it. So it was something new for me. But it was fun as hell. So that's why it was easier, actually. I really like how that song flows, and I like what it's saying. I think in one of the lines I'm saying, I don't what shit. See, that's the thing. I don't even remember some of my own lyrics sometimes. I think it's I don't got a lot of difference. I don't know. It's basically saying that I don't care if you're different, I still want you. And those are the things that I'm looking for. I'm looking for somebody who's different and somebody who is going to be themselves. So, and a lot of times, a lot of people say, oh, well, I think your song is about me. I think that song's about me. And what I tell them is, I'm not going to say it's not, and I'm not going to say it is. Because even in one song, I could be talking about 3 different scenarios that may or may not have happened. Sometimes I'm making up things, and sometimes I am actually putting my own personal experiences in my song too. So, you know, I really like writing. I've been doing that a lot more, and only because it allows me to tell a story and to be creative. So I really like that.
Right. So I mean, when you come to think about it too, like when it comes down like to the music, have you ever gotten into like poetry? Because I mean, that's pretty much, you know, kind of combining the two. So I mean, do you write poetry as well?
I haven't been writing poetry, but I have been trying to read more poetry to kind of, you know, figure out what type of styles. And I know there's billions of different styles that people use in their poetry, but trying to get something somewhere to where I'm comfortable with writing and rhyming skills too. Right. So definitely been checking into a little bit more poetry here lately.
Right. So I mean, any artist that's out there that you would like to collab with, like, you know, like put them out there, like, you know, big, small, you know, all together.
I have there's a few people back home that I have reached out to, and we've been talking. There's a rapper named Zoo Crew. Shout out Zoo Crew. First of all, y'all, she from the town, from Bull City, from Durham, North Carolina, as well as I. And I think she's dope. And she her lyrical skills are awesome, and how she's flowing too. I really like that. Oh man. Vicious Wu. She's out of the Bronx, New York, and she is crazy. This girl is just all over the place. Her energy is wild. So we definitely we link up from time to time, and we definitely have some things that we're gonna start working on as well. And we're talking about big names though. I'm just gonna say I've been also listening to D Gotti a whole lot. I think she's dope. Her sound, her runs is just crazy. I really like listening to her. And if I had a chance, I really like an artist named Joy Oladipo. I went to a show of hers one time back in Chicago, about a year ago, and the girl really literally had me in the middle of the floor with tears running down my eyes, because she just sounded so good, and just the things that she's saying. And that's one of the reasons why, you know, I try to go harder in my music, because I want people to be able to feel, you know, my music. I know how I feel when I'm really tapped into someone's music, and I want people to do the same with mine.
Right. Yeah. I mean, look, because when we start listening to the words, and sometimes you be like, dang, like, you know what I'm saying? You listen to the words and sometimes just tune out the music, because it's like it has so much meaning, and it's like when it comes down to music, any song that you pretty much listen to, so it has something to basically deal with what you probably done been through. You know or you know a friend that probably done been through the same thing. So when it comes down to that, like music, it relaxes you. Not only that, but it also push you deeper into heartbreak. It just depends on what kind of music you're listening to. So I mean, it can go both ways, all kind of ways. So I mean, like, as for your music career, what was like your biggest highlight so far?
I think Love on the Rocks is actually doing really good. It's actually the numbers on that song is doing better than my whole album I put out last year. So I'm like, okay, cool. And you know, I don't even look at that as any type of negative thing. I think that a lot more people are starting to listen to my stuff, which I love and appreciate. And I also am proud because, again, as I mentioned, that song was different for me. The style was different for me. So I tried it, you know, I tried, and it actually is doing pretty good. It's actually doing better than all the songs that I did last year. So all you gotta do is try.
Look, right. It'll be that one that you think wouldn't catch, and because it's different, it caught, you know what I'm saying, like all the rest of them. So I mean, hey, you know, like, hey, you know, cheers on that, and man, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, they shoot up even more. It's not hopefully, it's gonna happen. Be just keep pushing, keep doing what you gotta do, you know, keep pushing that music, man. Like, they're gonna come. It's just the time that you gotta invest in yourself, you know. So hey, the more you sit up there and you invest in yourself, you know, you keep doing, pushing. People, strangers are the best people in this world, yo. It's weird because, you know, as I said in most of my videos, you think that the people that you really knew all your life will actually be the ones that's gonna support you. No, strangers gonna make you rich, man.
Yeah.
And look, and you don't even have to actually meet them in real life. They could be far away, but social media is a beast. Okay, yeah. Social media is a beast. So I mean, like, do you have any encouraging words for, you know what I'm saying, people that's also trying to pursue their music business as well, or?
Oh, for sure. And I think I'm just big on this. It's the same thing. I'm glad you brought that up. You were talking about strangers, and you know, because don't get me wrong, my family supports me, but sometimes I'm thinking, like, dang, y'all ain't gonna like a post. You're not gonna like a story. You know what I'm saying? Like something, you know what I mean? And I get more likes and things like that from other people, which I do want to say that I'm not big on likes. I've never been that. I'm going to put out whatever I want to put out. And if you like it, you do. If you don't, that's cool. At least you heard some of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah. So anybody who's starting off, want to pursue something, do it. Okay, I'm sorry, my phone going there. Do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody tell you you can't. And that's even for yourself. You at least have to try it. And if it doesn't work out in that avenue, then try something else. You know what I'm saying? I think my sound and my just artistry in general over the last, I know 2 years, in 2 years has changed drastically. And that just comes from me being persistent in what I'm doing every day. I'm not gonna say every day, but at least once a week. It's definitely more than once a week, but at least I'm writing something. I'm trying to put something down on paper, and that's even if I don't have a beat for it, if I don't have a storyline for it, I'm just writing something, putting something down on paper. And then just go for it. Just try it. Don't let nobody tell you you can't, and see what happens.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And even if they say that you can't, like you said, try it. You know, you never know what you can do, you know, until you actually sit there and be like, okay, let me see, you know? And then even if you want to try it, you can try it. And then if you want to try it again, try it again. You're not always going to come out perfect the first time. It's just that part where you can't give up. You have to keep going. You have to, you know what I'm saying, try to better yourself. Not only that, but surround or ask. If you know someone that's going to do the same thing or is in the same road as you and you're trying to get to the next level, ask them. They got people around you that will help. Now you just gotta know, okay? You gotta know, because some people you can go to and ask for help and they just gonna be like, you know, they're gonna tell you what they want to tell you, but not really give you all the information that you really need.
Yep.
So, yeah, you just gotta kind of know the difference of when like I said, you know, ask, but know for sure who you can actually go to. And they will help you. You could tell by people's face expressions. You could tell by their body language. You could tell by the way they look in their eyes. Trust me, all different kind of ways. The signs are there. The signs are there. So just pay attention to those. And then from that point on, you'll know, okay, yeah, nah, they didn't tell me what I really needed to know. So now let me go to someone else and try to figure that out. So, I mean, if your younger self came to you for some advice, what would you tell them?
And I hate to keep giving the same answer, but that's it. That's it. Just to keep going for real. I sometimes think about that. I'm like, dang, yo, my 19, 20-year-old self, if I would have just kept going and just to piggyback on what you were saying, ask people in my circle, or not even in my circle. You know, they gotta be in my circle. Just ask anybody who's kind of doing this sort of kind of same thing, and see how they went. And you know, you're gonna get people, like you said, you're gonna get people who have, you know, are a little iffy sometimes, but for the most part, they'll fuck with you. I'm sorry, excuse me. They will. Okay, they'll mess with you. And they'll give you, you know, places that you may need to go to, maybe do an open mic and stuff. I've gotten a lot here recently. And I wish I knew her Instagram name. I would shout her out, but opening up to just reaching out to people and say, hey, I saw you perform at such and such, you know, first of all, you did a great job. And I'm like that, you know what I'm saying? I want to give people their flowers and roses too. I want to give people their props too. And especially if I am feeling it, I'm not gonna lie about that. I don't want people to lie about, you know, my stuff too. Be genuine with people. You know, just reaching out to them, say, hey, I saw you perform in such and such place, and how do you get there? And they give you the information. It's you know, people are willing to share things with you for the most part. So just open your mouth and keep going. So that's what I would definitely tell my younger self, is that don't give up. And when people around you were not doing what they're supposed to do, you still stay focused on what you're trying to do, and it'll work out for you.
Yes, indeed. Y'all heard it from the music artist herself, you guys. look, like she said, she has some things that she's working on. So make sure y'all stay tuned. Y'all already know how to do it in the description box. All her links is going to be below. But I'm also going to have her go ahead and plug in. Let them know how they can find you. Instagram, Facebook, Spotify. You know, you're everywhere.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram. I think it's Shavon Brodie, or maybe Shavon.Brodie. Same thing on Facebook, Shavon Brodie. Von Brodie on TikTok. And yeah, that's me. That's how you can find me.
And just like that, and make sure y'all leave some comments down below. Let me know if y'all feeling the music or not, you know. And they, you know, make sure y'all follow her. Like I said, I'm gonna have everything in the description box below, so it's gonna be easy for y'all to go ahead and get to it. And so we thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. So every time a new video is uploaded, you guys will be the first one to get it. And we're out. Peace.
Since we've crossed paths, and last I seen you been going there.